Do you remember that water tank that's in my loft? I showed it to you when I was making not my last video course, but the one before that, which was all about those room of doom storage areas that we shove full of stuff that we never ever see again, and the overwhelm about getting them cleared out. And I cleared out my own loft as part of making that course. And one of the things that is up there is a great big water tank, which I got off Freegal, thinking that it might be useful. I've got an update for you. I'm Rachel Papworth from Green and Tidy, the online professional organiser, liberating you from the shackles of clutter and chaos for peace of mind and productivity, because when your home works, your life works. Yes, the water tank. So I got it off Freegal. It was offered on Freegal rather. And you've got to, if something's comes up on Freegal, you've got to either take it or it's going to be gone, right? So it's kind of a quick decision. And the water tank in my loft, it functions and everything, but it doesn't have a proper lid. It's got a kind of cobbled together lid. So I thought, well, it might be quite a good idea to get this proper water tank that's got a lid. And I got it off Freegal, and the guy that gave it to me and brought it around to my house, bless him, helped me to put it in my loft, which meant taking the loft ladder off. And then it sat up there for ages and nothing happened with it. And I talked about it when I was making the course. So when I made the course, I said, I need to ask my plumber whether we can use this tank and what would be involved. And if we can't use it, I need to get rid of it, which is going to be a pain in the neck because the loft ladder's got to come off again and blah, blah, blah. So the plumber's been round and he says, yeah, no point in installing that tank. The one you've got is perfectly functional and it would be a major job to take that tank out and put this tank in. It wouldn't be worth it. So great, I've got to get rid of the water tank. I think I've got that far by the end of making the video course. So that was quite some time ago because lockdown has kind of got in the way of that. But I've got somebody coming to stay this weekend who's going to help me to take the loft ladder off and get the tank out of the roof. So I offered it on Freegal and Olio. To be honest, not really thinking anybody was going to take it and being prepared that I'm probably going to have to pay the council to come and take it away. But I've got a taker. Somebody has messaged to say, could they have the water tank? I'm like, yes, you can have the water tank. So fingers crossed, it's actually going to leave my home on Monday, which would be amazing and a really amazing job to get ticked off. And it's not just the water tank. I've been shifting a few things that I've been stuck around lately. If you follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you will have seen that I did a wardrobe declutter as part of my regular decluttering about a few weeks ago. And I got rid of a fair bit. I was quite pleased with myself. Well, since then, I've got rid of about, 3 or 4 other things that when I did the declutter, they were in the category of, I probably should get rid of these, but I might wear them and I put them back in the cupboard. And then as I've been going around my daily life, I've kind of been like, I'm just going to try that on and see if it does work in this outfit. And I've put them on and I'm like, I'm never going to wear this shirt, dress. And so a few more things have gone. And also some other things that, just other things that have been in that I really need to do something about this kind of category. So I had 2 fairly big garden candles. They were like big terracotta saucers with citronella wax in them, and they were finished. The candles, the wicks all burnt down, but there was loads of good citronella wax left in them, and also they were nice terracotta saucers. And so I thought, well, somebody might be able to use them. And they've been sitting, I don't know why I didn't get around to trying to get rid of them ages ago. I came across them in a cupboard in my utility room and I was like, why am I still hanging on to these? So I listed them on Freegal and Olio, and actually I didn't get any takers, and I was really on the point of putting them in the bin, and then suddenly I did get a taker and somebody's come and taken them away. So I just feel like a lot of things are shifting at the moment. And I don't know whether it's because the weather's changing or because here in the UK we're coming out of lockdown, I think probably for good. I don't know if that's the reason, but I really have a sense for myself of things shifting, and I'm also seeing it with my clients. So I'm going to get to the point and why this could be useful to you now. So I was working this week with a lovely client who is very overwhelmed by her home. She was very she almost cancelled our session. In fact, she did cancel it. I just didn't have to pick the message up because I was already on my way there. And then because I'd arrived, we went ahead. We are both so glad that we did, because we actually got loads done. So she nearly cancelled the session because she got cold feet, because she was overwhelmed and it all seemed like too much and she got stressed about it. But of course, once I was there, I was able to work with her and calm her down, and we got loads done. And by the end of it, she was feeling really good. but still sort of like we've done the section that we've done, we've got rid of loads of paperwork, but still very aware that there's like, oh, all of the rest of the house to do. So, you know, we talked about what she could do between my next visit. And then I messaged her this morning with some thoughts about how she was getting on with what she was doing while I wasn't there. And she messaged back to say that she's been powering on and she's got loads done. And you know what? That's something that I see a lot is it's easy to feel very overwhelmed, even when you're making progress, because you know that there's so much still to do. But there really is a way in which once you get started, momentum starts to build. So if you're feeling really overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you can't even get started, if you're feeling really aware that it's going to take ages to clear your home, my advice is to focus right down, choose a small area and do that area. And don't think about the rest of it for the minute. And you might find that you just get into momentum. Once you've got started and you're in the swing of it, you just keep going. And it gets easier anyway for lots of reasons. So partly because you've just done some of it, so now there's a clear space, so you've got somewhere to put things as you go. Partly because you kind of get in the swing of making decisions and you kind of build that muscle, that decision-making muscle. Partly because you're just feeling better about the whole thing because you've started to make some progress. It just builds momentum, and before you know it, you're powering through and you've made enough difference to stop feeling overwhelmed altogether. And then you've done a complete pass around your house, and then you can do another pass around your house. And that's the other reason why it gets easier, is because inevitably by decluttering and organizing, you're making your life work, right? When your home works, your life works. And so you've got less other stuff kind of coming in at you, making you feel overwhelmed. Oh, but I haven't done this job and I haven't done that job and I haven't done that job and there's this that I haven't sorted out for ages. So one of the things I messaged the client I was working with this week about was we came across some paperwork to do with some pensions that she needs to contact the pension company and say, I've moved house and this is my pension. She's kind of lost the pensions really, but she can get them back by contacting the pension company. So when that's done, when she's done that job, that'll be one less thing that's kind of weighing on the back of her mind as, oh, I really ought to get around to doing that. And that makes making progress easier. Does that make sense? So are you feeling momentum building? Are you feeling overwhelmed? And if so, could you tackle a little bit of what you've got to do in order to start feeling like you're making progress? Are you just completely stuck? Let me know in the comments. If this video has been at all helpful to you, please give me a like. Always really, really appreciate if you share my videos too. Obviously, that really helps me to reach more people. And I'll see you in the next YouTube Live. Bye for now.